These 6 gang members stabbed a man to death after they jumped him. Bradley Gledhill was brutally killed in a chance encounter with a gang of 6 who stabbed, kicked, and stamped on his head. Bradley did not know his killers. On the day of the murder, Bradley had been with his 2 friends Casey Hall and Joel Ramsden, another friend's house, playing Xbox and hanging out. Later that day, they went for a drive in Casey Hall's Audi and eventually ended up in Batley, where it was decided that they wanted a smoke in the toilet. They pulled over on Park Croft, a quiet cul-de-sac, in order to do that at around 10 p.m. While the trio were in the Ginnel, they were confronted by the 6 killers, who asked them why they were there and what they were up to. An aggressive and hostile confrontation began, for no apparent reason. A physical fight began between Bradley Gledhill and the 6 accused, which quickly erupted into something beyond all expectation. Within seconds, the group of 6 had attacked Bradley and his friends, and CCTV captured them being chased out of the Ginnel and into Park Croft itself. The trio ran off and split up, and Bradley was cornered by one of the killers. As he tried to escape, he was struck by the youngest one, and though he ran a short distance away, he quickly fell to the ground where he was attacked again. He was then held to the ground while each of the killers took it in turns to kick, strike, stab, or stamp on him in the street. He tried to get up to run away, but to no avail. It was at that point residents came out onto the street to try and help. Bradley had been stabbed 3 times. One blow had hit him in his heart and caused catastrophic injuries. His 2 friends had also been stabbed several times and were seriously injured. Bradley was rushed to hospital. However, he was tragically pronounced dead a short time later. The 6 killers were seen on CCTV footage fleeing from the scene. They were caught on audio bragging about stabbing and killing him and the fact that they needed to get rid of Bradley's phone. They suggest burning it or putting it down a drain to stop it being tracked by police. One of them was caught on camera putting the phone down a drain. It was later recovered by officers and found to have Bradley's blood on. Burnt clothing was also found and linked to the killers. All 6 of them would be arrested and charged, but they would go on to deny murdering Bradley Gledhill. In court, all 6 killers were found guilty of murder. They were all jailed for a total of 81 years for their parts in the killing, which would give them all an average jail term of around 13.5 years. But following an appeal, the jail terms were increased by a combined 28 years, following an intervention by the Solicitor General, meaning they were jailed for a total of 109 years. Usman Karolia was jailed for life with a minimum term of 27 years, an increase of 6 years from the previous sentence. Ahmed Karolia was jailed for life with a minimum term of 21 years, an increase of 5 years from the previous sentence. Raja Nawaz was jailed for life with a minimum term of 16 years, an increase of 4 years from the previous sentence. Nabil Nasir was jailed for life with a minimum term of 16 years, an increase of 5 years from the previous sentence. Irfan Hussain was jailed for life with a minimum term of 16 years, an increase of 5 years from the previous sentence. Nikash Hussain was jailed for life with a minimum term of 13 years, an increase of 3 years from the previous sentence. Follow the page and leave a comment on any other criminal cases you'd like to see on the channel.